Hey, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. We're still trying to find suitable housing for my esports team. So let's see, I've told Zapper, Rhapsody, Domino, and Loxley about the team house plan. That's everybody except Jinx and Grace, who are just now arriving on the scene. Once I've got them all in agreement and Iris finds a home, we'll be ready to go.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Sorry we're late for team practice, but there's this wonderful new coffee shop uptown and I love, and I just had to get Jinx a peppermint mocha. It was okay. It was okay? I thought you loved it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did love it. Just said so. Things being okay is okay. Yep, Jinx, master of flat understatement. So, what's up? What are the team-ups for today's practice sessions? Shame we can't fit our brand new FOD2 machine in here just yet. It'd be nice to have all those joysticks going at once. Actually, I think I've got a solution to that particular problem. I've got my Iris looking for team houses, a way for all of us to live under the same roof and really focus our efforts. If we all move in together, I think we could really push the Shadowsense Lounge to new heights, and everybody else is already on board, so... Well, what do you say? You sound good? Is that good silence or bad silence?
No, not interested. You have any idea how hard it was to set up my apartment for proper disability access? Bathroom alone costs a fortune. Dislodging me from my lodgings is... No, not interested, no.
And I can't just move out of my home. Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not really that it's a terrible idea, but I just can't. And...
You know what? That's a mood. As much as I want to move out where I currently live, I can't because who I live with is disabled and I need to help them. So, I totally feel this.
Grace, it's okay. Don't have to apologize or justify yourself. Besides, good, clean fun is our home. Not leaving our arcade. It's our arcade. And not interested in sitting around some bungalow grinding FOD2 in the dark.
Hey, we'd have proper lighting. And it's... No, I mean, I was planning to find a place near GCF so we could keep coming here.
Don't care. I'm out. Grace is out. If we're not practicing today, I'm going home. Later.
Without leaving me any chance to object, Jinx storms off to the elevator in the laundromat area and heads up to her place.
I'm sorry. I can't. I can't right now.
And being extremely eager not to continue this confrontation, Grace turns and leaves. Fortunately heading to the pizzeria rather than exiting the building entirely. Okay, so... this is a setback.
Inevitability.
And again, the universe never fails to disappoint. I had suspected Grace might be reluctant, but that was an unusually strong reaction. Well, Coach, what's your plan for fixing this one? I'm sure if I can find the perfect place for both of them, we can make this work. Give up and just live in the pizzeria? What's the big deal? Ugh. There has to be something more to this reluctance than they're letting on? I have a feeling that that's probably true. Something more is going on here, I suspect. You two know them better than I do. What's happening? Why'd they react so badly? Jinx, well, she said why she doesn't like it, but that's just mechanics and hard work. There's definitely more going on, even if it's not my place to say. As for Grace, not sure. I don't know her as well as you suspect. But I do, and I fear her living situation isn't quite a simple affair. I'd suggest you talk it over with them one-on-one. Grace does not deal well with group peer pressure, notably. Loxley's right, and whoever you don't choose, I can chat with the other one. Keep things low-key and friendly. I'm sure we can work this out.
This is messy.
I'm kinda miserably bad at touchy-feely. I'll stay out of this one, let you find folks do your thing.
Sure.
I got a call from Oakland, California. Scam likely. I'm good, thanks. Wonder if it's Oakland coffee because I put in an order. Well, why would they show up as scam likely? No worries, Zap. Leave it to me. So, Shadow, who do you want to talk with? I want to talk to Jinx, honestly. Just personally? I'll go talk with Jinx. Jinx lives upstairs, right? In the apartments above GCF? Yep, apartment 108. Then that's where I'm headed. Wish me luck. You got this. Just one elevator ride and I'll be confronting Jinx in her home, her place of power. This may be a bad idea, but I owe it to the team to at least take a run at it. Arriving one floor up, I start searching for the door to her apartment. It's at the end of the hallway past identical looking doors. Fortunately, I'm not left hanging, as she allows me into her home after a quick knock on the door rather than making me loiter in punishment. Fine, you're here. Say what you came to say. Oh boy, so we're starting out confrontational. Okay. Sorry to ambush you. We can accommodate. You don't have to join us at the team house if you're more comfortable here. Ooh, yeah, we can accommodate. I want to make sure this new team house is perfect for everyone, and I should have come to you to check what your specific needs were ahead of time. I'll own up to that. But I'm here now, so let's talk this through. What would you need from a new home to consider moving? Surely we can reach an agreement and accommodate you. She pauses, considering my words in her usual analytical manner before responding. It's complicated. Can't just list my needs off the cuff. Have to think this over a bit first. So you'd be willing to join us on this if we can make it work? Of course I'm interested.
Yeah, okay.
It's a great idea. I'm okay with it. If I snapped, it's because, well... With a shrug, she nods to her apartment, and I take in the sights for the first time. It looks like pretty much any other apartment, a bit tidier than mine, but otherwise totally ordinary, until you start to notice the details. Lower light switches so you don't have to reach as high, light padding on sharp corners and hard edges to minimize impact if you trip and fall. Cabinets are lower, drawers are higher, everything is at a nice middle ground so there's no need to bend over or stand on your toes to get something. The doorways are wider than normal, possibly in case she needs to use a wheelchair, and just from the little of the bathroom I can see through the open door, it's heavily modified. Any idea how much adaptations like these cost? Special furniture, electric fixtures, plumbing? You don't. And neither do I. Didn't do this all myself. My sibling did it for me. Every last piece of carpentry and home repair was all their handiwork. They own the building, you see. GCF, the apartments, everything. Trying to stave off gentrification as long as we can by keeping Chinatown in local hands. And they were nice enough to give me a rent-controlled space, tuned up my every need. Can't turn my back on that. I'd be ungrateful. Not to mention a lousy idea, fiscally speaking. Uprooting and redoing everything somewhere else? I'll sponsor... Can any of it be disassembled and reassembled? So, I'll pay out of pocket if I have to. I'll do it or a sponsor will do it. I'll do it. Put money out of your mind. Let me worry about that. That's why I'm team manager, right? Or team coach, team cat wrangler, whatever. If needs be, I'll pay out of pocket to get you where you need to be. You've got my word on that. Appreciated. Believe me, it's appreciated, but you shouldn't have to do that. She takes a deep sigh, slightly ragged at the edges, looking at the floor.
I'm the team anchor, weighing us down. I'm the albatross. I'm the curse. The jinx on everyone around me. Nobody sees it that way, I know. Especially not Grace. But that's how I feel. That I'm holding them back because I can't budge, can't move, can't, or just not willing to try. You should go. Go to the new team house. Take the others with you. Convincing Grace won't be that hard. I can do that for you. Take them and leave me behind.
It's an option. We don't really need everyone under one roof, not if she can commute to team practice. Meaning, more wear and tear on her knees, riding the subway every day, whereas before all she had to do was ride an elevator for 10 seconds. How would you feel about having 6 new roommates instead? Absolutely not. You're part of this team. No. Absolutely not, Jinx. Nobody's getting left behind. We cross the finish line together or we don't cross at all.
Not down for that.
Not saying I need to quit the team, doofus. Saying that you should move ahead with the house plan without... No. Stands to reason that... Nope, not happening. We are going to find a way to do the impossible or die trying. I'm not going to settle for anything less than the absolute best case scenario. Do I know how to fix this? No, not really. But I'll keep trying until I've got it solved. And meanwhile, we carry on together as a team. Good, clean fun. This whole building, really, is our home. It's your home, and I won't change that fact. Thank you. That's some determination you've got there, and... You know, it could be our home. What if... She pauses, considering the idea carefully before she says anything she may regret. I give her time to sort her thoughts out, not applying any pressure. What if you move in next door? Come again? Apartment right next to mine's empty. Tenant moved out a few days ago. Don't think she like me blasting my heavy metal albums late at night. Look, I try to be a good neighbor, but sometimes you gotta ride the lightning with justice for all because you're unforgiven too and you can't enter Sandman to get some sleep. Okay, I get it. You've listened to Metallica. Alright, well apparently whoever just called me from Oakland, California left me a voicemail. There's a vacant apartment in your building? Why didn't Iris find it? That'd be my siblings doing. They play things a bit carefully with how they advertise vacancies to keep options open for low-income families and the elderly.
Hold on. Think this through.
But maybe they'd be willing to rent to us, and then we split the team across 2 apartments, making 1 team house effectively. Could work. It could work. Or they could laugh it off and send you packing. Not gonna lean hard on them for this, Shadow. No family guilt trips. Not my way. I wouldn't expect you to. If you can arrange a sit-down with your landlord/sibling, I can convince them, trust me. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. We'll try to make this work. The relief in her expression is obvious. All the tension and disappointment from before washed away in an instant. She relaxes the tight grip on her cane and leans heavily against the soft arm of a loveseat.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, got kind of intense there. But glad we could resolve this, you know? Less conflict, less drama. That's how I prefer things. Good, good. All settled. Although I don't think her self-perception as a failure and a burden is quite so resolved. Still, no need to unpack all the emotional baggage in one day. Sounds good. And remember, we are always willing to go the extra mile for you, okay? You're important to us. Because of my FOD2 skills? Because I care about you. Okay, good. If you'll excuse me, I should probably go talk to Grace. Let me handle convincing her to join this project. I know why she's really upset. You got it. Why is she upset exactly? Family stuff. TLDR, she lives with her rich-ass, overprotective, overbearing parents. Leaving the nest isn't easy for someone who shies away from confrontations. But I know her heart. I can help her through this one. Leave it to me. Bit of an emotional labor in exchange for helping me out just now. Okay? Sure thing. Jinx and I left her apartment and went back down to join the rest of the crew. Whoa. The way I said that was weird. While we took turns destroying each other in FOD2, Jinx and Grace chatted, and by the end of the day, Grace was indeed on board. A wave of relief washed over me, feeling like the hard part was over. Now we just had to make the proper arrangements. A small first step in the right direction. As the evening progressed, calls were placed, meetings were arranged, and surprisingly, Jinx's familial landlord agreed to meet me the next day. All I needed to do was get through one good night's rest and we'd be on our way to a team house. A certain victory in its own sense. A home. Our home. These feelings kept me nice and warm and snuggled in my bed as I drifted off to sleep. Am I gonna have a Polybius dream? Yep. Yep. Fucking called it. The crown will be yours if you kneel and accept that the crown will be yours if you kneel and accept. Beep beep. I jolt upright, nearly falling out of my bed but catching myself just in time. The sunlight peeking through the slats in my window blind stuns me momentarily. It's morning already? Beep beep, Shadow. Good morning, good morning. You have a 10 a.m. appointment with Jian Ye. I try to rub the sleep out of my eyes, but my left hand is all cramped up for some reason, which does little to help. Who? Jian who? Jinx's sibling? The landlord of the GCF building? Right. I got a shower. Fell asleep in my clothes again. That's why I woke you up early, so you have plenty of time. Are you okay? You seem a bit unsettled. I'm fine, Iris. Everything is fine. Great, now let's get moving. The Shadowsense Lounge needs a home. Little by little, I pull myself together, getting ready to face the day. And little by little, I forget the nightmare I've been having ever since that night at Hamza's tournament. It's gone by the time I hit the subway platform. Ooh, a heavy beat on this one? It's a Mario block. I arrive at the designated meeting place, the Good Clean Fun Pizzeria, with only a minute or 3 to spare. Jinx is already here, waving for me over in the corner booth Grace usually favors, although Grace isn't here.
Hey.
It's almost time. I know. Sorry for almost being late. Is Grace joining us? Nah, high-stress business transaction scenarios aren't her thing. High stress? How much of a hard-ass is your sibling anyway? I'll let you figure that out for yourself. No hints? No tips and tricks? Not my race to run. You're in the driver's seat. I'm here for the free Zao while you squirm. Here, have one. Jian's paying. With a shrug, I reach over to the offered dish and fetch a slice of Veggie Lover's Ultimate Super Deluxe Extreme, a Ben and Matt specialty. Vegan's not my deal. I gnaw my meat fresh off the bone, ideally, but Jian's super into healthy eating. And exercise. And yoga. So someone who's incredibly centered and confident and strong and healthy and ready to tear me limb from limb in rental negotiation? You'll see. Well, I've come to kick ass myself, and I'm not going to be intimidated by Jian, no matter how high and mighty they carry themselves, and they're right behind me, aren't they? The stern-looking individual looming large behind me, having somehow silently snuck up, slides a business card across the table before sitting down. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it just Mix? MX? I think it's Mix? I've heard Mix. Mix Jian Ye, Chinatown Investment Opportunities LLC, as it says on the card. Look at that subtle off-white coloring, the tasteful thickness of it. Oh my god, it even has a watermark! Let's make this fast. There's 3 units on the 5th floor with water damage, and I'm directing work crews. I'm a hands-on real estate manager. I want to be up there supervising those efforts, not taking meetings all day. Right. They look me over from the drooping slice of veggie pizza to my nervous expression evaluating me. Much like Jinx tends to do, in fact. So, you're one of those gamers Jinx hangs out with? Yes, that's me. A gamer is what I am. I am he. And now you want to combine my little sister's apartment into one next door to make a... how'd she put it? Team house? Yes, that's the plan. Also, she can play video games all day, allegedly getting paid for it. I have to say, Mr. Sense, I have my doubts. They know my last name. They know my soul. I am doomed. You may not be aware of this, but my family owns this particular chunk of Chinatown. We've owned it for generations. I'm the one who ultimately owns Good Clean Fun. Ben and Matt operate it so I can focus on other affairs. I own the apartments, I own the corner bodega. I'm trying to preserve the character of Chinatown, Mr. Sense, in the face of pressures from far larger developers than I. I don't have time to be distracted by wild goose chases and esports streams. So, what exactly can you possibly say to convince me I shouldn't have thrown you out of my building? Okay. Be convincing. Be convincing. Ah, fuck. It's one of these. You ever heard of Chinatown Fair, the legendary arcade where they're second coming? Your sister and I share a common dream. Damn, this is tough. Common dream. We have a dream, Mixier. A dream we all share, as a team, bound by friendship. To play games together, and to reach for the championship. But if we're going to make that dream come true, we need to be able to practice together, becoming better and better friends. And for that, the next step is to gather together and live in a team house. John's impassive expression does not change in the slightest. So, if you love your sister, no, that not implying that you don't love her, I'm just trying to say what I'm saying is, John raises a hand to stop me. Mr. Sense, I only have one thing to say to your so very generous offer. Did I fuck up? Of course I'd be happy to rent to you and your friends, you silly goose. Jinx just won't stop talking about how super cool you and your friends are. You make her happy, and well, anything that makes my dear sister happy makes me happy too. I'd actually decided to rent the apartment to you before I even sat down. I just wanted to see you squirm a bit at first. It was adorable.
Nice.
You should have seen the expression on your face, Shadow. I blink once, then twice, my face frozen. Shadow? Excuse me a moment. Restarting my heart. I repeatedly smack a fist against my chest to resume normal cardiac operations. So, we're good? You'll rent the place next to Jinx's apartment at the Shadowsense Lounge? Crimson Tiger's willing to pay the deposit if that's an issue. Absolutely, I'll rent to you. I like you and I like your friends. But I think we need to adjust our strategy a bit first. To make things easier on Jinx, I'd like to suggest installing a connecting door making the two units into one whole. That way everything's under one single renting contract. I'll need a month to arrange proper permits and the work crew, but all in all, I think we can do this. Okay then, that's great, wonderful. Heck, I bet you're so happy with this that you'd be willing to rent for us for free. No. Okay. They slide out of the booth, adjusting well-tailored clothes to make themselves proper and presentable once more. You'll be able to move in 30 days from now. Jinx mentioned you use an iris? Excellent. My iris will contact your iris and work out the logistics. A pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Sense.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, it's just too much fun to let Gian play with you, like a cat with a laser pointer. 1 month. We can have an in-arcade practice sessions until then. Everyone will need that time to arrange their own adult-type paperwork, responsibilities anyway. And then the Shadowsense Lounge will have a new home. Why, that certainly was scary. Alright, so with that, I think that's a good place to end the episode. So, thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.